reading. I love to read. And as a mime, I can see the similarities between mime and reading. You've guessed it, the imagination. When an author writes a story, they use letters, words, sentences, paragraphs. When you open that book and take a look inside, even though you're sitting in this room, in your imagination, you could be anywhere. The book might be about an astronaut taking a rocket ship to the moon. You might be reading a book about the way plants grow and imagine yourself that plant. Or that you're a superhero and can fly. Or you might be reading about crossing the desert on a camel. Or walking in the North Pole where there's incredible strong winds that make you frozen. All you do is open the book, take a look inside, and use your imagination. It's the same with mime. And in my show, my Literacy Alive show, and also the Alphabet show, I share with the audience through comic mime pieces and the spoken word how mime and reading are similar. I share with them a celebration of my love for reading. I share with them that I had a difficult time as a student, that I did have to have a reading specialist. And she noticed that sometimes I would get a little stuck. She'd say, "Hey, Robert, how come whenever you're about to read, your face turns down and you have a sour look? What are you thinking?" I told her, "Well, I'm thinking I don't like to read. Everyone else seems to get it much easier than I do. People read and enjoy books, and I struggle with it." And I made a whole list of everything I didn't like about reading. Blah, 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 blah. She said, "Robert, I want you to stop. Take a deep breath. And think of a few things that you do like about reading." And I thought, well, I like the characters. I like that many of the characters remind me of people I know. They remind me of my friends, my relatives. Some of the characters remind me of me. I like that. I like that in a book I can go anywhere around the world. I can go into the future. I can go into the past. And even if I'm in a grouchy mood, a good book will simply carry me away. So I remind students and adults, if you're having a difficult time with something, if you're stuck, whether it's reading or anything, take a deep breath in, breathe out, and if you notice yourself making a list of all the things that you don't like about something, list around. Think for a moment of something that you like about it. In schools, I bring children up with me, and I ask them, "What book are you reading?" And they'll tell me, "Oh, I'm reading about this character," and we act it out a little bit. I share with the students and adults stories in mime that are just like books, stories that have clear beginnings, middles, ends, stories with characters and setting, stories about a time period. I celebrate reading through my love of mime. My Literacy Alive program and my Alphabet show, which is very quick, short pieces, a different mime piece for each letter of the alphabet, all celebrating what I love about reading and what the audience loves about reading.